Hi, welcome back, girls and boys. This is the week of December the 7th through the 11th, and today is day 2. Let's review what we're going to need today. We always use our nameplate along with a marker. I always have an eraser, so if you have an eraser or some Kleenex or something, that will be helpful to have. We have a few worksheets we're going to be going over. The first one is page 4. Put it in a sleeve like this. The next one says page 43, and it has a sailboat and a flower on the top. And this should be in the back of your binder, and it has 1 through 20, and the back sheet is just like it, 1 through 20, and we've already cut it into strips so that you have the first 2 rows, so you have 1 through 10. We're going to be talking about this just a little bit. Okay, those should be all the items you need. So let's go ahead, pull your nameplate out, your marker, and we're going to go ahead and start writing our names. Always take your time and do your best work. It's better to be slow and accurate than really fast and sloppy. And some of you actually are not using a guide anymore with dot to dot. You're able to write your own name. That makes me really happy. Getting ready for kindergarten. Go ahead and show me your name. I'm really proud of you. Proud of how well you're doing with writing your name. Go ahead and wipe that off so you're ready to go next time. I'm going to pull out my name tags and say hello to all of my friends. Let's start with the blue class. Hello to Cash and Christopher and Briggs and Justin. Hello to Timmy and Aiden. Hi, Kaylee and Kinley and Carson, Easton, Austin, Tempe, Hayden, and Owen, Bennett, Trayshawn, Caitlin, Jameson. In the last class, we have Brenda, Evelyn, Elias, and Jessa. Welcome back to all of you. Thanks for tuning in and joining me. Let's go ahead and get started with this worksheet, which it has a bunch of trees. They're called evergreens. They stay green all year long, and they have some snow on them. Make sure that you have a plastic sleeve over the top. Here we go. We're going to help our friend on skis go all the way down the slope. Let's see if you can do that. Go all the way down. Take your time. This is helping us become better at our writing, tracing skills. You want to stay right in the lines. And look, the finish line. How does yours look? The next sheet, I think you could use a dry erase marker, but I'm going to use a crayon. I think it's helpful to use something that you enjoy using, and I think purple's a pretty awesome color. It says circle the pictures where the bee is on top. So here we have a bumblebee. Is it on top of the sailboat or on the bottom of the sailboat? Looks like the top. How about the flower? The bumblebee, is it on the top or the bottom? The bottom. Let's look at the directions again. Circle the picture where the B is on top. So let's circle this one. How about over here, the next row? We have an evergreen tree and a bee. The bee to me does not look like it's on top. It looks like it's on the bottom. And here we have a car. Where is the bee? On the top or on the bottom? Yeah, it didn't fool you. This one's on the top also. And then down here we have a table and a barn. Is the bee on the top or the bottom? Well, it's actually underneath, isn't it? It's underneath the table. And here with the barn, is it on top or on the bottom? It's on the top. Very good. So circle this one too. Here we have a barn with a bee on top. Nice work. Now for this number worksheet, I would like you to pull this out now. It says it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then it goes all the way to 20. On the back side, we've already cut our pieces up so that we have numbers 1 through 10, and I wanted to refresh your memory on how to play this game. You cut all of the squares on the back so that you end up with, I only have 10. If you're ready to go all the way to 20, you might go ahead and cut all 20 pieces. So you turn these over, and you and a partner at home, you actually play this game where you have them in a pile, and then somebody pulls out a number. So I pulled out a number. What number is that? 7. Good job. And then you put it over the 7. Can you find the 7? Yep, you find its match right there. There's 7. And then the next person goes, and let's see what number they pulled out. Do you know this number? It's a little bit bigger than a 3. So you have 1, 2, 3. The next number is 4. This is a 4. You put this right over the 4. And you go back and forth until you use all of your cards. I just wanted to refresh your memory on that because it's a great game that you can play with a friend. You can play with mom or dad or brother, sister, grandma, grandpa, whoever you have who knows how to match numbers up will be able to help you out with that. And you might even be able to play by yourself, especially if you've been practicing all your numbers long enough. I think many of you can definitely match 1 through 10. Challenge yourself a little bit to go all the way 11 through 20. We're going to talk about some colors right now too. I'm going to hold up a color. I'm going to have you say the color out loud while I go. Let's hear you. Purple. Black. Good job. I can hear some of you there. Red. Yellow. Green. Brown. Blue. Orange. White. Pink. And we're going to end on this one. Purple. Very good. Very good. Now we have learned half of the letters so far this year, so 13 different letters. And we have big flashcards here. We're going to go over them as well as pictures that have lots of fun names and see if you know the names of the pictures and then what letter they start with. So let's start with this. Here we have a gate. The letter is G. Gate. Duck. D. Now I want you to go faster than me. I'm going slower just to see if you can say it before me. Monkey. M. Rainbow. R. House. H. Apple, A. Iguana, I. Sun, S. Pig, P. Turtle, T. Cat, C. Egg, E. Kite, K. Now let's go over some of these pictures and see if you can figure out what letter they begin with. Do you see what picture this is? It's a hippo, or for some of you, you'll say a hippopotamus. What letter does that start with? The sound is h, h. Good job, it's H. How about this one? You might see this animal at the zoo. A tiger. What letter does that start with? T, t, tiger. Letter T. These go on your feet. They're really cozy, especially in the winter. It's nice to have warm ones. Yep, I can hear you. They're socks. The sound is S, like sun. What letter is that? S. We talked about this last month, or a couple months ago. You might make pie from this. And we've actually had things growing with these seeds in our classroom. What is this? A pumpkin. Good job. It starts with a p, 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 p sound. Letter P, just like pig. P, p, pig. Here we have a yummy treat. Many of you like chocolate. Ice cream. I for the letter I. That's kind of a giveaway. I for ice cream. I for igloo. Here we have a robot. Robot. What letter is that? The letter R. And our last picture, many of you have a pet at home. Yours might look similar to this. What kind of animal is this? It is a dog. Dog. What letter does D? What letter is that? A D. Very good. We've gone through all the letters that we have learned so far, and I'm really proud of the progress you've made. I hope you keep practicing. We're going to count right now to 20. We're going to act like we're putting soap on our hands. We're washing our hands right now. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's rinse off our hands. Now dry them. Can you do that? I have one item I need to get, so I'm going to have to step away for a second. But while I'm doing that, can we count together to 20? We can even go a little bit faster this time. You'll hear me while I'm gone. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I was only gone about 3 or 4 seconds. This is what I was searching for. A really awesome book. It's called Dinosaur Bones by Paleontologist. And this is talking about a really cool job that some of you might like to learn more about. And the whole unit we've been studying this week is about dinosaurs. In the description box below, I'll have a video that I'd like you to watch on YouTube, and I think you'll really enjoy what I have to tell you about, okay? So here we have the front cover, the back cover, and And holding it all together is our spine. Very good. I borrowed this from the library at school. Here we have the title page. We have Dinosaur Bones by Alakai. Look how huge this bone is. The person looking at it is pretty small in comparison. That's what's amazing about dinosaurs, how huge they were. The first dinosaur I ever saw was in a book. There were pictures of all different kinds. The book said what dinosaurs ate and where they lived. It said they all died about 65 million years ago. That is just hard to even put in my mind. It was such a long time ago. But that's how we learn many things, is through books. That's why books are really great friends. They're a lot of fun to look at. Then I went to the museum and saw dinosaur bones. The pictures in the book seemed to come alive. I could see how big dinosaurs really were. I was glad the skeletons didn't move. Look how huge the bones are. And you can tell just how massive they are because all the people around the bones here, the structure, look teeny tiny. Have you ever been to a museum? Have you ever been to a museum where they had dinosaur bones? It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome trip. For a long time, people didn't know. Then they began to find fossils. Fossils are the remains of animals and plants that died long ago. The animals and plants were preserved in mud and sand and slowly turned to stone. Talking about fossils here. People found fossil shells, leaves, and fish. They found fossils of creatures that no longer exist. Let's say that word together. Say fossils. Fossils. It's like it leaves an imprint in the dirt, and then when you'll find out the word paleontologist, we'll talk about that in just a minute. They can find these remains, put them all together, and then they can tell what used to exist before we were ever here to see them, because we never saw the dinosaurs. It was way before our time. In 1822, in England, Mary Ann Mantell spotted some strange giant fossil feet in a pile of rocks near a quarry. She showed them to her husband, a doctor who collected fossils. Dr. Mantell had this idea and wrote them down. He said the teeth and bones belonged to a giant plant-eating reptile that lived during the Mesozoic era, millions of years ago. He could tell us age from the rock the teeth and bones were buried in. So he's looking for clues to tell him things he wants to know. He drew the animal as he thought it looked. He named it Iguanodon, which means iguana tooth. So scientists started studying about dinosaurs. People uncovered more giant fossils. Scientists studied the finds and they pieced them together. Researchers who piece these together are called paleontologists. They go searching and trying to figure out things that were a long, long time ago that existed, and then they'll look for clues actually in the earth. I bet some of you would be very good at doing something like that. And that's as much time as I have for reading this book right now, but we will be covering it more in school. And I would like you to read the description box below and see which video I'd like you to watch, because the name of it is I Want to Be a Paleontologist, and it's made specifically for kids. So I think you'll enjoy it. Thanks for joining me today. Let's say that word again together. Paleontologist. Can you say that? Paleontologist. Big word. But it's fun to learn big words sometimes. It opens our world, doesn't it? I'll see you next time, boys and girls. Have a great day. Bye-bye.